What up, what up? How y'all doing today? Well, today I'm just sitting back in the house. I'm really tired, been running errands and business and stuff. Today's a story time. How did I start doing Brazilian jiu-jitsu? Well, this is how I started. One day I was watching UFC and I seen this dude, because they started from standing. It was a long time ago I wanted to do boxing. My sister and my cousin did karate, but I wasn't paying attention to all that. I thought it was that, but the boxing I wanted to do, but couldn't get in that when I was in Chicago. So, as I fast forward, I'm gonna fast forward the story up a little bit more. Like I was saying, I was watching UFC, and I seen some dude like literally whoop a dude from off his back, and then I took him down to the ground, like ground and pound him, and then like the submission was just so cold. Like I'm like, man, I ain't never seen nothing like that before. So I'm just looking and looking, and everything, trying to look all up for it. So it got me into that. So I start looking around for a school to do it. So I ended up moving back to Chicago for where I'm from. And I was telling my cousin, I'm like, yeah, man, I want to learn that ground game. I want to do what the Gracie does, the Brazilian jiu-jitsu. I want to do that. So he was like, yeah, okay, I'll teach you. So he's like, first you gotta learn standing up and stuff. So I'm like, all right, okay, if that's what it is, I gotta do. So I ended up doing that, and then I kept on saying, man, when we gonna start on the ground? When we gonna do ground game? So then one night I went to class, and he was like, okay, we gonna do ground game. Come on, let's grapple. So we got the grappling and stuff. He ended up getting on top of me, getting side control, and I was trying everything to get him off me, pushing, moving. I just couldn't move nothing. So then I started going to this, I started feeling like I was getting suffocated. Feel like the walls was closing in on me. So I'm like, man, get up, I can't breathe, get off me. I tap. He like, no, you ain't tap, you could breathe. He was like, if you could talk, you could breathe. Get off me. You gotta roll a certain way to get up, and he started teaching me stuff. So then I started learning from there. So then I ordered this thing called the Gracie Cabata, which is, you learn 36 moves or something, then you have to take a test for a blue belt. So then I learned that with using my wife, at the time she was my girlfriend, it's in Chicago. I used her and my daughter as a dummy as I was learning the submissions off there. So I just started going over and over. Then I had to drive to, I forgot where it was, but I had to drive somewhere in Indiana to take the test. So then I ended up passing my blue belt, getting my blue belt. I can't think of his name right now, but I know I can't think where, but it's somewhere in Indiana. It was like 2 hours away from Chicago. No, actually 3 hours. 3 hours away. So then I ended up getting my blue belt. So then I started searching for a school, Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu school. So then I ran to a school where it's called Flocka Academy. His name is Christian. So I went through there. I trained with him for years. Me and my daughter went through, and we trained. I like it. I like the environment when we first went there. So then we ended up training, and it was on from there. So I was training for years and years. I ended up getting my stripes, and I had my blue belt for 2 years. Then I ended up going through the purple belt, almost 2 years for my purple belt. But I kept training like every day. I was pressing hard because I just felt so in love with the art, to where I just kept pressing myself learning. I was even on YouTube looking at stuff. I was like looking at all type of fights, watching all UFC fights. Like, man, I want to get this down. I want to get my black belt. One day I want to get my black belt. But now I wasn't gonna stop at black belt, but I was gonna keep going. So then, so I'm training them harder. And the first time I did IBJJF, I was nervous. And I end up winning one match, I end up winning, and the second one I end up, I think, popping my rib or whatever. So I thought I was out. Then next thing you know, I hear my name on the intercom. Richard, come on up to the podium. So I didn't know I had third place. It's my first time competing as a blue belt in the IBJJF. So I'm like, oh. So I got that. So I'm like, oh, I think I should do an open class. Well, the open class can go from lightweight all the way to ultra heavy. So, but at the same time, I realized, so I was like, nah, I'm not finna push it because I already popped my rib or whatever, trying to get somebody in an armbar. So, as time fly by, boom, 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 I was training hard. So I'm like, you know what? I wonder if I could, I'm gonna train. Every day I went in there, I went to train hard. Okay, if I could let me tap a purple belt. I tap a purple belt. Okay, move on up. Where a brown, tap brown. Then I move up. Let's see if I can do black. Tap the black. All during the time of this is me being a blue belt because I was pressuring hard. I was there like almost like I was there Monday through Saturday, sometimes Sunday. I was just pushing myself, pushing hard, training hard, always putting 100% at it. Push it. Kind of found out that I love the sport because it releases a lot of stuff. It's like therapy. You go in with stress. When you get your rolls in, by the time you get done, you forgot what you was mad about, stress and everything. So now is the point. I can't end up coming back up here in Minnesota. And my girlfriend, she was at the time, well, she wasn't my girlfriend, we just friends now. So she moved back, and she's from Minnesota because I had ended up moving her to Chicago. So then, while we back up here, so I'm like, I gotta find a school to go to. So I didn't know. I messed around with a couple of schools and everything that did Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. It was cool at the time. This is the time I was a brown belt. So as I couldn't find, so then when I was going back and forth, still training in Chicago and coming to Minnesota, going back to Chicago, training back and forth from here to Minnesota, back and forth. So then I end up running to this guy, which is now he's my head instructor, Jose, which some people call him Zay, or whatever. So he was refereeing and he had GFT on him. So I was thinking like, I want to be a GFT. I always wanted to be a GFT because I knew that it's just something about GFT I wanted to do. And so I asked him, is there any GFT up in Minnesota? And he was like, oh yeah, I got a friend up there named Giles. He 3-stripe black belt. So I was like, oh, for real? So I was like, I need to look into that. So then as I came back up here, and I came to the point where, okay, I got tired of traveling back and forth on a bus. So then I looked for the school. So Giles was like, oh yeah, I must have called or something. He's like, oh, you should come out and check out our classes. So I knew he was like way out from where I'm at, like 30 minutes, 40-minute drive. So I said, okay. So I think by that time, Jose came up here. I think he was up here a little bit, a week or two or something like that before I came to the school. But I knew it was in like the 1st of, it was October, Halloween month. So I ran back to Jose, so me and Jose ended up became real good, close friends, even though he's my instructor and Giles. So Jose was a second degree black belt. And so I started training with them up on the GFT. So as I progressed with them, it's been times I was off, hurt, injured, or So then, the time was right. I was pushing, trying to tap them out, and I was pushing hard, like trying to get back in shape like I was in Chicago. So then I had to switch schools around, which I followed Jose because I was affiliated with GFT. I didn't want to be affiliated with nobody else. So I just went to different schools or whatever where he was teaching at. So I followed him. So then we ended up getting into him and his friend from Brazil, Giles, which the head instructor too. They ended up connecting together, getting their own, coming with their own school called Rio Jiu-Jitsu here in Apple Valley, Minnesota. So I ended up training with them for a while, still training with them, and I'm still with them right now today. So I mean, as you can see, look in the background. See, this belt right here is my karate belt because I started. So I ended up getting a second dan and Go-Juru karate black belt in Chicago. I got that one. So then I trained with them for years and years. I mean, I was pushing hard. I'm like, man, you know, it's not about the belt, but I just kept on like, man, I'm not gonna get my black belt. I'm not, you know, they just, you know, I'm probably not doing it because it's like a whole different style of my style. So, you know, but I stuck it in. I kept pushing. There was times I wanted to give up. Like, it's hard to get it. It's too hard. But I kept pushing. Sometimes I found myself in the car, getting in the car, just psyching myself, going for a drive, you know. So then, we kept going, I kept pushing, kept training hard, and they started seeing the best. I did the open Twin City up here, took first place the first time. Second time I did it, took, I think it was, second place. And IBJJF, which is the biggest professional grappling for Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. So, so then I'm thinking like, man, I'm not, you know, it was just, this year, December of last year, and promotion day was coming, so I was kind of scared, like, oh, I'm not gonna get it, but you know, cause I had 3 stripes on my brown belt. So then they called me up. I got my 4th stripe, so I said, okay, cool, I can relax a little bit and sit back down. I'm like, yeah, next year, you know, who knows. So then they call up 2 people, which, you know, 2 of my teammates. They call up. Then they said, oh, yeah, we forgot. We got a 3rd black belt, which is, they called me up. I didn't know what to do. I was looking shocked, really, because I didn't think I was getting. My heart just went to composed. I was just looking, so I went to go stand. I almost passed out. So I didn't know. So they was like, oh, be still. You know, I showed the video of me getting promoted on here. If you look at some of my pages. But, yeah, as you can see my certificate right here, you know, I'm trying to zoom it in so if y'all can see it real good. Yeah. There we go, right there. If you can see that right there, it's got my name. You can read it. You see right there, probably say, see that, and we go over to Julius, which is the head instructor, and then you got Giles signing, and you see GFT, stuff like that. So I got my thing, got my certificate. It's not a thing really, you know. So that's kind of pretty much what y'all see in the back of me. If you know, people been looking, and let me straighten this out. Okay, yeah, back again. And then as you notice, I was award right here is, if you could tell the difference between a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu black belt, you know, we got this red thing on there, to whereas you got karate black belts, they don't have it. I mean, we got some without these, but you know, most likely this it. So as I got my black belt and stuff, I kind of laid out for some injuries and a lot of other stuff happened. I have to story time on that another day, because you know, everybody make mistakes, some things or something, you know, but yeah, but I mean, once I got it, I kind of sat back and it still kind of made me like fresh. Then the thing, the part was I was scared to go back to class because I didn't know. I'm like, man, I don't know what to do if I should fall in line again. Like in Atlanta, I gotta stand in front now. And I was like, always the type of shy person. I never like to stand in front. And just because I got a black belt doesn't mean that I'm bigger than somebody. I can do this and that. And that. No, it's just show that I accomplish a lot of stuff that I put in. Everybody make mistakes. Everybody have their downs and ups. Everybody want to quit. Some people, it's all about finding your inner self into what gives you that push to keep pushing hard. And which I pushed so hard to where even though I came with injuries here and there, my neck, knees and all that, but I it was worth it to me. And I just want to thank Jose and Giles for looking out, and especially Jose being on me like, man, ain't no such thing as quitting. So right now I'm just taking a break right now to get all my stuff fixed because I was in a car accident. That's another thing. But I can't wait to get back to compete because that's just me. I just love it. It's just something about it just triggers and makes me feel good about it, about myself and everybody around me, because it's adrenaline rush to me when I do compete. So by saying of that, yep, that's how I started with Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, by watching UFC. Then I started watching the Gracie families, and then I learned something from Lord Urban about GFT, to where they was no affiliated from, to the Gracies. So the same person, I can't pronounce his name right, but who taught the Gracie family taught the person who was that owned GFT. So that's my story of the day on why I decided to do martial arts, especially get into Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, because I think that's my passion. And one day I'm looking to open up a school. So that's probably the end of this story. So I'm about to wrap this one up and talk to y'all later, family. Peace, love, and I'm out, Charlie. All right, Joe.